Alright, the purpose of this video is to get a WeBWorK course launched from inside your D2L shell. So I'm gonna refer to, instead of calling them D2L shells, I'm gonna call them MyCourses shells. So I'm assuming that you are in your course shell, which for me it looks something like this. This is a Math 1340 section 105 shell. This is what it looks like. I want to put WeBWorK inside of this shell. So to put WeBWorK inside of this shell, you're going to need a URL. This URL looks kind of like maybe this. So for instance, this would be the URL that I would need for my particular course. This URL will be provided to you by either your department chair, your course captain, or by the WeBWorK administration, depending on your department. So you will be provided a link for WeBWorK. This link is just your WeBWorK course, and you want to put this WeBWorK course inside your D2L or your MyCourses shell. So how do I do that? Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna be in my courses shell. What I'm gonna have to do is I will create an external learning tool. That's WeBWorK is going to be called an external learning tool inside your MyCourses shell. How do I create an external learning tool? I'm going to go to More Tools, Course Admin. Here I scroll down to External Learning Tools. Here in this External Learning Tools, you're going to create a new link. The title of this link, I usually just call it WeBWorK. You can call it WeBWorK Homework, WeBWorK Assignments. It's up to you. Usually WeBWorK will suffice. The spelling of WeBWorK is a little weird, but that is how it's spelled. The URL. This is the URL that either your WeBWorK administrator, your department chair, or your course captain is going to give you. So for me, that URL looks like this. So let me copy this. I need this URL right here. And if you notice, the URL here has some information that actually coincides with your MyCourses shell information. So we want this URL to be able to, the purpose of this URL is so that D2L and WeBWorK communicate well. They pass information back and forth. You can send information from D2L to WeBWorK and vice versa. Alright, so you pasted your URL under this little place here. Remember, we are creating a external learning tool. Now if you scroll down, here you could put a little description for your students of what this link is. You could say, click on this link to do your homework, or click on the link to find assignments. It's up to you. Here under visibility, you want this to be checked. Key secret, here you want this to be checked, the assign messages with key secret with, and you want the tool consumer key secret to be checked as well. So this is good the way it is right now. That's the way I want it. If you keep on scrolling down here under security settings, you want to check the use tool provider security settings. That's what we want. Use tool provider security settings. So I click that, save and close, and I have created a WeBWorK external learning tool. Now the students cannot see the external learning tools. You have to make them available to them. So how do you make this WeBWorK external learning tool available to a student? What you gotta do is you gotta go to content. This is in MyCourses shell. Here under content, you're going to create a module for WeBWorK. You could put it in an already existing module, but I don't like my students to get confused, so I just make a brand new module for it. So I'm gonna click here on add a module. I'm gonna call this module WeBWorK. Okay, enter. So I have an empty module here now under WeBWorK called content. Now that external learning tool that we just created a second ago, I want it to go here, because then your students can find it, your students can access it. So how do I get that external learning tool inside this module? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit here existing activities, because it already exists. It's an external learning tool. So existing activities. I'm going to scroll down to external learning tools. I'm going to select the WeBWorK external learning tool that I created a second ago. Alright, so it's in there now, that's good. Now there's one last little thing to do here. There's this little drop down menu right here to the right of the link. I want to click there and I want to edit properties in place, and I want to have the link open outside of D2L. I don't want the link to open within D2L, otherwise it'll be like a window within a window. I don't want that. I want it to open in a new tab. So I'm going to say open as an external resource. That's it. You have successfully created a WeBWorK course from within your D2L shell. So now students can actually just click on the WeBWorK link from the MyCourses shell and they get taken to their homework. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to click back on the WeBWorK module that we created. Now there should be this link right here, and if I click on it, it should take me to my WeBWorK course. There should be no need for a username or a password. If there is, if all of a sudden you get prompted for a username or a password, just contact your department chair or WeBWorK administration and they'll take care of that. So there should be no need for username or password. As if I click on this link, I should just immediately automatically be taken to the WeBWorK homework sets in the content of WeBWorK. So let's see if that works. Alright, so this is my college algebra class. These are my homework sets, and now I am inside WeBWorK. Now I can edit the due dates of my homework sets inside WeBWorK. I can change the order of the homework sets. I have many other things I can do in here now. What was important for us right now was just being able to get WeBWorK inside of D2L. Alright, thank you. I'm gonna stop this little video right here.